This is a property centered right in the heart of San Francisco. And on paper, it looks like a solar fix and flip. It's in a great neighborhood. We can add square footage to the house, and the market is extremely hot. But here's the catch. The holes we dug for our extension might be in the wrong spot, which could spark a problem. Now becomes a legal problem. And by the end of the day, we need to figure out if this is a simple fix or a massive problem. This is all going to get crushed, and this is all going to be a new build. The engineer wants to know the slope, how much it's really sloping.
We found sand.
We're going to grow weed here. Now becomes a legal problem.
They dispute, then we're in trouble.
Price of the property went through the roof. You're going up 9. It's going to be wild. It's going to be high, super high. But first we need to address a problem that's been bugging me the second we bought this property. Last night I was thinking about the height here versus that, and the plans call out for 9 feet here. But how do we do that if that's a pitch? Big problem is that the part of this house we are keeping has an 8-foot ceiling. The 9-foot ceiling in an extremely awkward position. It doesn't work because this is all 8 something right to this point, and then the new part goes up to 9, and it was always 9, but because then it would be weird to start it over there or halfway through the kitchen. Well, this was meant to be a flat roof, and we could go to 9 and go flat, keep that pitch and stop it. That would be the only way, right? But if we're keeping our pitch, Anthony's saying it'd be 8 the whole way. So we're going to get this kind of weird step and 9 foot. So we want to kind of eliminate that step, this part of the ceiling up to 9, but we're going to have our engineer take a look at these trusses and see if we can eliminate them and push them up. But then came another problem that I didn't even think about. How are we going to get our massive sliding doors up into the second floor of the house? Won't fit through there.
Rush? Yeah, it fits through that. So what we're thinking is we're just going to leave it open.
Where? What do you mean
Right here.
open?
We're going to leave it opening.
You want to get it down like that?
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, what I'm thinking is that we're going to have our staging over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean the backyard, set up a little tent. We're going to put our weed fabric and everything, and we're just going to...
We're going to grow weed here. So we just put up a little tent, little stack. But we haven't even mentioned one of the most important decisions that we need to make that could change the value of this property drastically. So those trees that he's pointing at, we can save all of that.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Maybe that one in the middle to the right of him, that one there, because I think that one over there doesn't make sense. It's like in the middle. I'm going to keep that one for sure. What makes this tricky is that we're not sure if we should cut all the trees down to have more of an open backyard space, or keep some of the trees to keep that greenery feel.
I was saying the reason why I take these two out is then you have space here, have the lemon tree there, then you have here sitting space. Because then there's maintenance of all this crap that gets annoying.
I'm not a tree lover, but I have feelings for trees. Does it need a trim, or is it really in our way? Kind of my question. Because this guy's big. This guy overhang, trim it back a little bit. We won't touch it for now, but this one we keep. If the lemon tree needs to be like cut back a slight bit, then do that, but try to keep it. See where we end up with the building. I think we come pretty close to the building structure on the bottom floor, right? So just keep that in mind. That the building is 5 feet from the neighbor, right? Which is basically that wall there. It comes out, but it steps a foot that way over here. It gets pretty tight here, 3 feet. It steps out just in this area. The upstairs doesn't. That's what I realized late. I'm a little bit scared that if I made you build it out together, we'll spark a problem, right? You know why? Last night I put a beautiful built-in cabinet in that living room area. It looked amazing. I sat there and I thought, why didn't I see that with Nee, that we didn't do that? But now we have to face the big extension problem that could literally make the neighbors sue us and put this whole project in jeopardy. Yeah, help me understand. I read 4 right in the middle of the trench, basically. When you pour your footing and the wall ends up here,
Okay.
or not?
No. So our footing is this, or our plate is going to be a 2 by 8. It's going to be right here. Our wall's going to be in the
So
middle.
we're inch off.
Right here. Yeah, an inch off.
Because our extension is coming out into the backyard. The city and the engineer are mandating that we must keep a distance, which is called a 4-foot setback from the fence line. But the hole we dug is about an inch off. We just need to make sure
We just need to make sure, yes, because
that is it.
if they dispute, if they make a dispute, then we're in trouble.
Now becomes a legal problem.
Yes.
Even though 1 inch may seem like nothing, it's extremely crucial that we measure everything correctly, because our neighbors could take legal action. So our PM is suggesting that we do a topographic survey. So he's going to take data points because it's sloping. The engineer wants to know the slope, how much it's really sloping, because from that he's going to be able to tell the contractor how deep to go with the footings. Here, the footing's going to come to about that height. Orange spot there. Then they're going to frame like that. Our floor height is there where it says FF. You can imagine our first floor is going to go out that way. That's the floor, and I'm projecting out like that. This survey is extremely useful for us because our general contractor can now use that information to figure out where he needs to build in relation to the fence. But thankfully we've solved the issue and we should get the survey done and ready for the GC by end of next week. I'm gonna drive that. Hey Philly, just one thing. When you get that over there and I come around one day, you're gonna teach me how to lift it and...
We have to have this thing serviced